Hello, it's Sonia here with The Pretty Stitch. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time joining me, I'm so happy to have you here. So today's video is going to be a catching up update video. If this is your first time joining me, I usually post videos about crochet related things like tutorials, stitch patterns. I do knit occasionally as well, but I'm definitely a lot more skilled at crocheting. And once in a while I like to post update videos just to kind of catch up on what I've been making, what I've been doing. And since we've got the holidays around the corner, I thought I would, post a video about what's coming up, because I do have some things coming up for the holidays. So I feel like this fall has just flown by. It's been really, really busy. The last update video that I did, I was sharing that I was participating in some fairs, which I did do. I participated in 2 local fairs. I entered some things in there, and I did come back with some awards. So for the first fair, I'm pretty sure I entered 7 items, and I won 6 ribbons, which is pretty good, I guess. So for that one, let me look at my notes here. I won 4 first places and 2 second places. I haven't entered in a really long time. I used to do it years and years ago, and I was trying to think the last time I entered a fair, which was probably about 15 years ago, so it's a long time. It was before my youngest daughter was born, and she's 15 now. So yeah, 15 years. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Sometimes I don't always agree with the judging. The people that they have judging aren't always experts in the field, and I do consider myself, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I do consider myself, fairly expert, at least in the crochet items, and some placements I just didn't quite understand. And not with my stuff per se, but like there was some other items that people made that were absolutely beautiful, and I feel like they should have placed higher. And then there were other items that, like this one, it was a pretty color. Let's just go with that. It was a pretty color, but it was sloppy. I'm sorry, it was sloppy. It placed in both fairs that I entered, and I just didn't understand. There was work that was just of higher caliber that should have placed above this one item, and it kind of bothered me, to be honest. But it is what it is, and it was fun. And so I know it's hard to find people to judge and things like that, so I should just be thankful that we still have these things around, especially right now during the pandemic. And then the other fair, again, it was 7 items that I entered, and it was definitely more, looking at my notes here, a mixed bag of placements. So I did win 6 ribbons again, which is great. I won 3 firsts, 1 second, 1 third, and actually have a 4th place, which I was kind of like, is that a sympathy ribbon? I don't know. I just thought 4th place was kind of silly, but that's what they do. And again, that was fine. And again, it was fun. And and with that one, if there was some discrepancies, like this one item, it was this beautiful, beautiful knitted shawl. It was absolutely stunning, and it had beadwork, the colors the person used. It was just absolutely gorgeous, and it got 2nd place. And the one that beat it was nice, but I was just like, really? So that but again, it is what it is, and I should be thankful that we have these things. So they're just kind of funny. So if you do enter a local fair, just bear that in mind. It's not always the outcome isn't always based on skill, let's put it this way. The quirks of the local fairs, that's all I've got to say about it. And it was a great experience. I'll probably do it again because it was fun. I love going to those things, the food, just seeing, what people make. I mean, some people, they're just so creative and amazing. There was other, not just, crochet knitted items, there's artwork. I mean, the artwork, oh my word, just in our small community there's just so many amazingly talented people, woodworking, all kinds of things, just absolutely stunning. The talent that's around is just incredible, and it was just so neat to see all that stuff. And then flower arranging, which I do admire. I stink at it. I am horrible at flower arranging. So to see like the beautiful floral arrangements that people come up with, or they have a category of fairy gardens, and I love fairy gardens. They're just the cutest things, and my daughter loves them too. She's always my fair buddy. And we just love looking at that and just what people come up with and how creative they are. And you know, some of those, especially the fairy gardens, so hard to judge. Like, I know nothing about fairy gardens other than if I think it's cute or not. But they were just all so neat. So I thought, you know, what a tough job for the judges to pick, you know, a winner out of those adorable fairy gardens. But yeah, it was really fun. The other fair, we did have some yucky weather, so that wasn't the best. But, you know, we mucked around in our rubber boots and, you know, we still had fun. So it was a good time. Also been busy with my daughter is in marching band, my youngest one, so that basically has been a full-time job. Her first year, and it was just really super intense. Those marching band kids, they work so hard, so hard. So it's been a lot. You know, I'm trying to cart her back and forth, support her at her band things and the football games, and then trying to do videos and crocheting. So, you know, my time has been limited a lot of times, and plus, you know, you're probably tired of hearing me talk about it, but we're still processing, you know, the loss of my husband. He passed away in March, and now we have the holidays coming up, and we just had his birthday. He would have been 54, so that was a tough day, but we made the most out of it. You know, now we've got Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it would have been our 28th wedding anniversary is coming up in about 3 weeks. So a lot of like major dates happening with us. So we're just trying to take it minute by minute. And as I say, we have good days, bad days, and we have okay days. People always ask how we're doing, and that basically sums it up. You know, some days are good, some days are bad, some days are just okay. And you just try to take it, you know, sometimes minute by minute. That's all you can do. There's some days I just don't want to, you know, get out of bed, but you know, you have to. I know he would want us to. So that's all I'm going to say about that, in case you're wondering how we're doing. So during this time, I have for the last few years been participating in a special sale. So I thought I would mention it. It's called the Gift Along, and it's with Ravelry. I can never say that. With Ravelry. And there's a whole bunch of us designers that participate in this sale. So if you were looking to, you know, have more of a homemade Christmas, or you wanted to knit or crochet something for somebody, and you were looking for some things to make, the sale starts November 23rd, and it runs from November 23rd to November 29th. And there's a whole bunch of us designers, knitting and crochet, that participate in this, and all of the patterns that each designer chooses to use for the sale are 25% off. So I can put a link below to the group, and you do not have to be a part of Ravelry to buy from the sale. Now, also along with this Gift Along, you can participate in little contests. You can win prizes, actual prizes like patterns. You can win yarn, like some of the yarn is just like gorgeous that you could win. So if you want to participate in some of the, you know, contests that are run, then you would need to join Ravelry and then join the Gift Along group. Again, everything's free. It's super easy to join. So if that would be something you're interested in, you know, certainly feel free. So I will leave a link below. I just wanted to, you know, just put that little promotion in there, not necessarily, you know, I always have a link to my pattern page, but there are so many other designers out there too. So, you know, we're kind of a smallish community, and, you know, trying to support each other. So I just wanted to put that out there, because there's a lot of amazing creative people out there. So one thing that I did make, because I wanted it to be in the GAL, I actually finished a blanket. It had been one, I might have featured it on my channel. I think it was probably in the spring, like right after my husband passed. I made a baby blanket for someone that I knew that had a baby girl, and I got some interest in the pattern. So I actually did make the pattern for sale, because I had just made this blanket just to make it, and I wasn't sure if I was going to publish the pattern, but some people really liked it, so I did make the pattern. So here we go. Here it is. It's actually a filet crochet pattern. I think I might have it upside down, but you know. It's I call it a baby size blanket, but you could actually use different hook sizes, different yarn. This yarn here that I made it with was DK weight yarn, so a little bit of a lighter weight yarn, and I think I used an H or 5mm hook. So if you wanted a larger size blanket, you could use worsted weight yarn, which is number 4, or use number 5 and bump up your hook sizes accordingly. With this pattern, I did not put specific measurements or gauge because, you know, you can kind of custom, you know, make it to suit your taste. So if you wanted more of a smaller size blanket, baby size, you know, then just use finer yarn. Like the one that I made as a gift, I did use fingering weight yarn, and I believe I used I think a G 4.25 millimeter hook, or maybe even a size smaller, I'm not sure. And that, you know, obviously resulted in, you know, a smaller blanket. For this one, I would say it's more of, it's kind of like a throw size or like a lapgan type blanket. I mean, if you didn't want to use it for a baby and then, or a small child. And because I didn't have enough of one color, I get creative. I'm still trying to work through my stash. Those of you who have been following me for a while, I did a series called Bust My Stash where I was trying to see how much yarn I could go through in a year. Still have a lot left. So I went stash diving and I, you know, used this plethora of colors here. So this I think would look absolutely beautiful in one color. I just did it in these, you know, multiple colors because I didn't have enough of one color to make one blanket. And I didn't want to buy more yarn. So, you know, this is what I did. And with this one, I did make a border. The original one did not have a border, and you still, if you know, you don't have to use a border for this if you don't want to. And this is made using Filet crochet, so I'm not sure how well it's showing up on camera, but when it's laid out, it's like a it's just different butterflies. And Filet crochet, it looks really impressive but super easy to do, and I have two tutorials that I put out on YouTube on my channel a few weeks ago, maybe not that long ago, and it's part 1 and part 2. So part 1 is starting you out at the beginning and you're making a mesh picture. So like these butterflies here are mesh, but then there's pictures that you can make with solid blocks. So part 2 is solid blocks. So you can, you know, learn the 2 different ways, and super easy to learn. So if you've never done it before, you know, check out those videos. I'll put a link to those videos if you want to check them out to, you know, see what Filet crochet is. This blanket, the pattern is made up of it using a chart, but with written directions and directions on how to read the chart. Super easy chart to read. So if you're not really a fan of charts, I don't think you'll have much of a problem with this one. I know some people really don't like charts. I like kind of both. I like charts and I like written as well. I find that, you know, I like that visual aspect, but I do like words too. So a little of both is usually kind of my ideal pattern. So I kind of try to do that to cater to the chart people and the written people with this one. So I'll link the pattern. I'll you know, link the videos, you know, if you just want to check them out. And again, this pattern will be part of the GAL sale, so if you were interested in it, it will be on sale starting November 23rd. Now the sale does start at 8 p.m. Eastern time, so just keep that in mind. And it does run to November 29th. So also what I like to do in leading up to Christmas, and this would be my 3rd year doing it, is my 12 days series. So my first year I did 12 days of hats. So I had a hat pattern for 12 days in a row leading up to Christmas. And then last year I did 12 days of warmth. So anything that was like warm category, like hats, scarves, mittens, I had that series again leading up to Christmas. And so this year I am going to continue doing the 12 days. I'm super behind, but you know what, we're just gonna like go for it and just hope for the best and hopefully I can do this. I'm thinking that series is going to start on December 13th and it's going to lead up to Christmas, where I will have a pattern every day, and this year's theme is going to be 12 days of winter wear. So kind of similar to last year's 12 days of warmth, you know, because winter wear consists of hats, scarves, cowls, but I am going to include a sweater, an adult sweater, which I have never done an adult sweater pattern. I've done ones for kids and dolls, but never for an adult. So this is more going to be more of a tutorial. So I'm kind of excited about that. because I feel like garments are very difficult because everybody's bodies are different, and you know, we all like our garments to fit a certain way. So I'm kind of doing this one more as like a recipe, a tutorial, so that you can kind of tweak it so that you can make your sweater to suit your tastes and you know how you like your clothing to fit and things like that. So you know, I am gonna, on the video, I'm going to be making it in a like small medium size, and it's gonna be like a like more of like an oversized type sweater that's, you know, one of those just easy sweaters to just throw on and wear and be cozy and warm, you know, that kind of type of sweater. So that's sort of what I'm going for. So I already did start it. So here we go. This is the start of, I'm not even sure what I'm gonna call it, the basic sweater. It's just gonna be basic sweater. It's made top down. It's the raglan, I think that's, I never know how to say that, raglan style. So everything's made up in the round. So it's pretty easy stitch to do. I don't think you'll have much trouble. You know, you should be able to, again, tailor it to your, you know, how you like your things to fit. And also part of my 12 days, I did complete a hat. So I'll give you a little preview of that. So the hat I made, I still need to block it. It needs a bath because my dog likes it and ran away with it and was like trying to chew it up, and I was like, excuse me sir, I just finished making this hat and I'm already on a time crunch, so really, no. So here we are. I don't know how well you can see it. I have a white sweater. I'm probably like blending into the wall, but this is the hat. It's got some cables. I'm not quite sure what to call it, but just like a basic hat. And this one you can, again, it's made top down, and you'll be able to make it, you know, if you want like a more of a beanie style or a slouchy style, you can easily, you know, custom, you know, make this hat to suit your tastes. So yeah, this one, I think it turned out pretty cute. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, but it's like a cable design, you know, pretty easy though, you know, just basic front post double crochet, nothing, you know, too crazy. So yeah, I have that going on. I have a whole lot of, I'm not quite sure what else I'm gonna be having. You know, as I said before, hats, scarves, cowls, maybe some mittens. So I really gotta get cracking on that. And in my last video, I did talk about a giveaway, a pattern giveaway, which I still want to do. I'm thinking it's going to be probably after the holidays. I'm running out of time with everything, and to try to organize a giveaway on top of it, so I haven't forgotten. So just you know, I hope you're patient with me. I have not forgotten. I still intend on doing that. It's just the time is just flying by, and it's just been a really busy time. I'm still also working on the doll, the beginner doll pattern set, the skirt and the top. I did finish the top, so here is the little top that I will show you how to make step by step on the video. Now I still need to weave in the ends, and I'm working on the skirt part now, and hopefully I'll have that done before the new year. That's the goal. So this hopefully will be out soon. And also I, you know, always am trying to learn new techniques in crocheting, and I just love like exploring the stitches. So I have been exploring Mosaic Crochet, and I did make a hat. It's kind of ugly. It's ugly. I ran out of yarn, so I was trying to make lemonade out of lemons. So I will show it to you. I kind of like it in its ugliness. I don't think I'm going to make a pattern for it, but I just thought, you know, for giggles and kicks, I would show it to you. So here we go. Here is my Mosaic Crochet. I still have to weave in the ends. And so yeah, it's a conglomeration of colors here because I had ran out of yarn. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera, but there is like a pink and then a multicolored that I used for the mosaic part. And then there's this brown up here, and so I feel like it's kind of a train wreck of a hat, but it did help me to learn. It's not a new technique, but I had never really done much with it. So it was definitely you know, fun to experiment with, and I'm thinking I might use this technique for part of my 12-day series. I'm not sure what I'm going to make with it, but I'm thinking that I want to use it. I love making pictures with crochet, and this is just another way of doing that. So you know, I thought maybe I will, you know, come up with something. I still have to weave in ends. I don't think I'm going to make a pattern for this hat. I think I'm just no, it's just gonna be one and only, you know, one of a kind with this one. But definitely, it was a great learning experience, and you know, I got a new hat to wear this winter. So that is all I have to share with you for today. So again, a couple things coming up. The GAL. This video will probably be up the day before the sale. So I'll have those links provided. And then the 12 days of winter wear, I think that's going to start on December 13th if I calculated it correctly. And I will have a video of the pattern. Usually I have the video and I have a written pattern. And the written pattern is usually free before the video comes out. So I usually put the written pattern out the day before the video, and then once the video's out, then it's no longer free. Can't get everything for free, right? But yeah, I really do appreciate everybody's support and in my channel, and you know, of my patterns. It means a lot to me. And I hope that everyone has a blessed holiday season, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I thank you so much for watching.